Hey, it's me, Nalthazar, and welcome to another Magic the Gathering Puzzle Quest video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the Channelers deck toolkit that includes Muldaya Channelers, Mold Shambler, Realms Uncharted, and Gigantiform. So, let's get started. This bundle includes two of my big chase cards for the set. So it has both Mold Shambler in it, which is a very big Song of Creation hate card, and it also has Gigantiform in it, which is a huge card to put with anything that has either Leader or something that just reinforces a ton of times like Angie Falconwrath. So very powerful cards. The bundle also comes with Realms Uncharted and Muldaya Channelers. So, Muldaya Channelers are the mythic of the bundle. It's a 5/5 for 11. When you draw a creature card, this creature gets +3/+3. When you draw a land card, convert 3 gems to your Planeswalker's colors. Each of these effects can trigger up to 1 time per turn. Now, with how this card is currently designed, it's definitely a good card. It's better for newer players than it is for people with more extensive collections. If you got a big pull from Zendikar on day 1 or even now day 2, then you'll probably have pulled better cards than Muldaya Channelers. That being said, they're still definitely good, but the rares absolutely outclass this card in this bundle. The next card that you get is going to be Mold Shambler. I mentioned that this is Song of Creation hate, and this card works even better than I thought it would. So Mold Shambler is 11 for a 5/5. It's got a kicker cost of 4, so when you cast this, or actually when it enters the battlefield, you may drain 4 mana from your hand to get the bonus kicker effect. Now, when this creature enters the battlefield, you destroy an opponent's non-land support. This effect can affect Vanguard supports. Then it has kicker 4. So destroy the next 3 non-land supports from your opponent's library. Now, kicker is only going to be activated when you cast a card with kicker, so you can't just flicker Mold Shambler back and forth with something like Thassa and then pay the kicker and just absolutely destroy all of the opponent's supports from their library. However, you can play Mold Shambler for its 11, kick it, and even if your opponent doesn't have a non-land support on the board, you still destroy the next 3 non-land supports from your opponent's library when it enters the battlefield, which makes this card even better than I thought it would be, because at first I thought that your opponent would actually have to cast Song of Creation, but no. This just makes it so that Song of Creation never comes onto the battlefield, which is amazing. If you're in my Discord, you've probably seen a number of people mentioning that they've already had some pretty nasty losses to some Song of Creation loop decks. If you're one of those people, I'm sorry. Mold Shambler is going to make it so that that does not happen. At least, not so much. This card is definitely quite good. The next card in the bundle is Realms Uncharted. Now, even though Realms Uncharted was not one of my chase cards going into the set, the more that I'm experiencing this card, the more that I like it. You'll see that I don't have a lot of experience with it yet, right? Up top, pun intended, sort of, yeah, okay. But it is, the more that I play with it, the more it grows on me. The more that I see other people putting it in decks and using it, and having it played against me, definitely the more that it grows on me too. So this is 7 mana, it's a spell, it has flash, and it has kicker 4. So when you play this, you pick 2 of the first 4 land cards or cards with land forming from your library, fetch those cards, then destroy the others. Now, when that picking 2 of the first 4 comes up, you get a prompt to pick 1 of 4. You confirm, and then you get a new prompt to pick 1 of 4. So it's not like Surveil where you would just pick 2 cards and then it picks both of them. It's going to be you pick 1 and then you pick again. Now the kicker is going to make it so that you convert 6 gems to your Planeswalker's colors. So I'm always a big fan of gem conversion. I will pretty much always take paying 4 mana to convert 6 gems. You're probably going to get a Planeswalker color match unless you're playing a tricolor walker. I wound up running Realms Uncharted in a mono color walker deck. I ran it in a Nissa Worldwaker deck, and I ran it in a Garruk deck, and it was just absolutely phenomenal in both of those decks. Now, if you had a chance to play with some of the Zendikar cards, landforming is an incredibly powerful mechanic. It is maybe my favorite mechanic that they've introduced. I might even like it more than Mutate, honestly. I really, really like landforming. I love gem conversion, and landforming just puts gem conversion on like a whole bunch of cards that are still good. So Realms Uncharted is going to let you fetch those, which is really nice. It means that you can fetch creatures that have landforming. It means that you can fetch some of the really nasty spells with landforming. So this is actually quite a good card too. And the final card in the bundle was the biggest of the chase cards in the bundle for me personally in Gigantiform. You'll see that it has the most experience because although I haven't done all of the testing that I want to do with this bundle yet, I've done the most testing with Gigantiform of the cards. So Gigantiform is 20 mana. You'll see that it has Kicker for 4. So you may pay 4 mana to get the bonus Kicker effect. And when you play this card, it's not an aura, which is kind of surprising to me, but the base power and toughness of target non-token creature you control becomes 8/8. That creature gains Berserker and Trample. And then Kicker 4, that creature gains Enchanted when this creature deals combat damage to your opponent's Planeswalker. Fetch the first aura card from your library. Now, Gigantiform does absolutely dirty things with leaders. Gigantiform does absolutely dirty things with Angie. You can easily get your critters to well over 100 power. So if you've even pulled just the uncommon warrior from the set, and you're playing with tokens that like the core ally tokens, and you play a bunch of those, then Gigantiform is going to do dreadful things. And it gives the critter Berserker and Trample, which means it's just going to sort of stomp over everything. Now, sadly, I didn't get Scoot Mob, so you're not going to be able to see me making my big beetle insect deck just yet with this. That will be a video for when I actually do pull Scoot Mob. I do have Scooter, but I don't have the mob. I just have the rare Scooter. So I need all of me Scooters, because now that I got Gigantiform, I got to Scooter them up. But anyways, the gameplay in this is fantastic. Now, before we get into the gameplay, just one more thing to go over, right? So I mentioned in my first impressions video of Zendikar that a lot of my chase cards from the set turned out to be exclusives. They're going to be in these bundles here. And so if you're a person who, like me, like right before I started making videos and you guys all started watching them, I would allow myself to buy one bundle from each set, right? I get a bundle every set. And this is going to be a really hard set to pick a bundle from. I'm just gonna be straightforward, right? Like it's gonna be really hard to pick one because every single bundle that they have for this set has a card that I would categorize as a chase card. So you'll have to make your decision if you're a person who buys just like one bundle a set, which one is the bundle that you want. If this is the bundle that you want this bundle primarily for the Song of Creation Hate from Mold Shambler, and for the amazing things that you can do with Gigantiform. So that's just my quick opinion on that. So let's go ahead and get into the gameplay. Alrighty, so in this first match, I'm using the whole bundle. And you'll see that I'm actually trying to run a fairly accessible deck for you guys. So the only mythic that I threw into the deck was the Nissas from Origins to draw cards. And then a lot of the other cards are cards from Zendikar, so that you guys could also see a lot of the Zendikar cards in action. I have most of the set now, and so I thought it would be fun to play around with a bunch of them. So you'll see, like in my hand right here, right? I've got mostly Zendikar cards. Now, in this match, right, we're up against Nahiri 1, and with this bundle, the primary goal is in this match for me to see how all the cards work, because this was one of my very, very first matches with the bundle. So here I get the option for Kicker, but I actually don't want to kick it because I wanted to get my Mammoth out. And so you're going to see the absolute like terrible power of land forming here in this match, just because you get so much green gem conversion. It's absolutely bonkers. So I've got the Mold Shambler getting ready in my hand. It's warming up. You know, it's stretching right now, right? You're going to see the Mammoth is triggering its landfall to get plus 15 power right there, just like boom, 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 boom. super, super strong. I've got Realms Uncharted. Now, I definitely should have kicked this thing. Okay, good, I did. I thought that I didn't. It was my next match that I did. And so here's Mold Shambler, and you're seeing that I did actually kick the Mold Shambler. So that's proof that you can kick the Mold Shambler and make it so that you just drain out all your opponent's supports, which is super, super sweet. Like super, super, super sweet, right? So here, I'm just drawing cards. I'm going to go ahead and toss everything from my hand except for the Nissa's Revelation, the Extra Mammoth, and the Colony Ambush. The Colony Ambush is going to actually go ahead and create yet another green gem converter. Then the Nissa's is going to get us Gigantiform. So with withdrawing Gigantiform here, that means I can go ahead, bring it all the way up to the forefront of my hand. I'm going to move Reclaim the Wastes up so that I can convert some more gems to green. And I'm actually going to go ahead and use Garrick's second ability to give the Muldaya Channelers the leader of Beast and to reinforce them 3 times. Because by making the Muldaya Channelers a leader, it's going to make it so that each of these beasts, instead of getting 3 reinforcements to a 5/5, when the Gigantiform goes off, it's actually going to be giving the 3 reinforcements for 8/8. So it's going to add 24 power instead of adding the 15 power. And so we get a whole bunch of gem conversion going. We've got Reclaim the Wastes. It's going to offer the kicker. I don't take it because I do want to use Gigantiform on the Muldaya over there. I do not want to kick that, however. I do want to play the Elephant, and I do want to kill Nahiri. So that was all of the cards together. Pretty darn quick match. And in the last match of the video, I'm going to be making a deck around Party with Squad Commander and the Kargan War Leader, and then trying to get Gigantiform onto the Kargan War Leader. So getting Tajuru Paragon in my starting hand is pretty nice because that means that I can use it to go ahead and fetch critters, which I definitely like. I want to try and fetch as many Squad Commanders as I can. Drawing Castle Garenbrig is great because getting some gem conversion is ideally going to help me get to my 3rd ability a little bit more quickly with Tamiyo. In order for this to work with how I made the deck, I do want to try and get to that 3rd ability. And as I was playing this match, I was confronted with a with a little dose of reality. So with Party, right? So you're gonna notice it in this match in just a minute. But with Party, it's just like Paper Magic, where the Tajuru Paragon, which counts as a cleric, a rogue, a warrior, and a wizard, it's only going to count as 1 member of your party. So in order to have a full party, which is you have all 4 of a cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard on the battlefield, you need to have 4 cards on the battlefield. And of those 4 cards, you need to have a cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard amongst them. So here, even though I think I have the Tajuru Paragon down, you'll see that our Squad Commander comes in and only makes 4 tokens instead of making 8 for having a full party. So just a quick heads up about that. Now, apart from that, yeah, we're going to go ahead. We're going to try and draw into Gigantiform. We're going to try and get our 3rd ability. I've got Thassa, which was super perfect timing, honestly, because now I can start making more of those core ally tokens, and I can freeze down that Terror of the Peaks so that it doesn't burn me or my creatures. So it's not going to remove them, which is definitely a sigh of relief. Getting my 3rd ability with Tamiyo is extra sweet, especially because you'll see that I have Gigantiform in my hand, and drawing 2 green gem converters is definitely a massive, massive win, especially because I've got a double color match for myself. So I've got that white into black match, right? So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take that. I'm going to hope that I get a little bit of green gems to convert to give me mana. I get that on the 2nd casting. And so really here, we're going to see how big does the Kargan War Leader get when we Gigantiform the thing, given that we're getting 4 more of those tokens here. And then at the end of the turn, we're going to be able to get more tokens. Excuse me, 2 more because I accidentally destroyed the Tajuru Paragon. But nonetheless, our War Leader is already up to 88. So my little uncommon dude has created a 120 power beast that's going to kill Jaya this turn. So Gigantiform is really fun, guys. Gigantiform is really nasty. If you have anything that you can use to make, Gigantiform pop off, then it's super silly. Look at this. This little uncommon has it has 128 power. But yeah, so I've had a lot of fun in the short little window that I've had this. I got it today. If you wind up getting this bundle, let me know. Let me know what you think of it. Having extra Song of Creation hate is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. I've got a lot coming up for you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.